Hello, my name is Marta, and I've been stuck looping through the same 3 chapters for almost 2 months. Clearly, this is a problem, and for the next 5 days, I am going to be attempting to solve this problem by getting up at 6 am to work on my novel. There are a couple of reasons why I want to try this, but the main one is that I'm not actually currently enjoying writing, which makes me really sad because writing is something that fills me with so much joy and it's so important to me. And since I got a new job in January, I've been progressively enjoying it less and less, and that's not good. And I've tried being kind to myself, and I've tried writing less and only writing when I feel like it because I'm tired and I'm just settling into the job and I'm still pretty new to this. But I just don't think that's the problem anymore. I think the problem is that I'm literally not writing enough. The times that I always enjoy writing the most is when it's the only thing that I'm doing. If I'm just thinking about writing for a whole month because it's the summer holidays or I happen to be unemployed at the time, and I can just completely immerse myself in the world I've created for 24/7 as long as I like and just live there. This is by far my favorite approach to writing, but it's just not a realistic approach to have when I am working full time and will hopefully continue to work full time for the foreseeable. So I think the main thing that's making me not enjoy writing is not that I'm pushing myself too hard, but that I'm not pushing myself hard enough, if that makes sense. It's a theory. I'm really hoping I'm right, because if I'm not, then I don't know what I'm gonna do about this. So obviously I don't have the flexibility to just say, okay, next week I'm gonna work on writing for 8 hours a day. But what I can do is get up at 6 am every day and get in an hour and a half of writing time before work. At the minute, my weekly average is about 4 hours of writing a week, which is honestly embarrassing. If I do an hour and a half per day from Monday to Friday, that's already almost double that. And that's not even accounting for the weekend, which is when I normally get those 4 hours in. So this is my attempt at doing that, and I'm also hoping that by doing this, I will be finishing the 3 chapters that I've been stuck on and get into Act 3, because these are the last 3 chapters in Act 2, and I really want to move on. So 6 am for me tomorrow. Wish me luck.
It's too bright.
Okay, I have some good news and some bad news. The good news is that for the first time in a month, I'm warm enough to actually enjoy a cup of tea properly. The bad news is that I'm really cold. And I should not be this cold, it's like 20 degrees outside. So yesterday I asked my boyfriend to go through one of the 3 chapters with me. I think the first chapter I am going to put aside for now because that's the one I'm the most stuck on. My boyfriend's already read it twice, I've read it a billion times. The document number on my laptop I think is at version 20. So we're putting that aside for now and working on the second chapter, which is hopefully gonna be a little bit easier to unstuck myself on. I showed it to Matt for the first time yesterday, and he really didn't like it. And I also really don't like it. I just couldn't figure out what I don't like about it because I think I've basically memorized it at this point. But yeah, he was able to actually hone down what I don't like about it because he's a genius and he's much better at this than I am. And really, he should be the one writing a book. But yeah, I didn't want to go through the comments yesterday because I thought that would be a fairly easy thing to do at 6 am. I say easy. None of this is easy. But at least I know what I'm doing. I know what direction I am fixing things in. I think I've decided based on his comments that I'm gonna rewrite most of this from scratch. Because the last part of the chapter is what he liked best, and I think what I also like best. But it was unplanned, it wasn't part of my outline, and it doesn't really fit. And I've been trying to make it fit. And what I'm going to do instead is I'm not gonna try and make it fit. Instead, I'm gonna rewrite the entire style of the chapter and make that fit, because the ending is a lot better than the start. So the plan is to scratch around 1,500 words and write them again. Am I going to manage to do that today? Unlikely, but at least I know what I need to do, right? I really want to drink this, why is it so hot? I'm gonna go work on the sofa because it looks comfortable. and I'm gonna keep the camera on, so if I fall asleep, you'll know about it. I'm also thinking, because it's day 1, right? So if I'm too tired to concentrate on writing, I've already done half the battle, which is actually getting out of bed, which I wasn't sure I'd manage. And I do have to finish editing this video, not this one, a different video, by Wednesday. So I might end up editing. I really don't want to get into that as a habit, because I'm already, one of the things that I'm annoyed about is how much time I'm spending on editing versus writing. But it's day 1 and I'm tired and I gotta finish this video, so I'm gonna try and write first, and if I can't concentrate, then we'll switch to video editing, but I'm not allowed to do that tomorrow. So the good news is I am no longer cold. It's actually very, very hot in here now. And the bad news is I didn't manage to drink my tea before it got this hot. My hair is such a mess. It's fine. I didn't manage to write for an hour and a half. I just about managed half an hour. But I did manage to write 500 words, which is a lot better than I have been doing. My previous progress on this chapter is basically just reading it over and over again and line editing it, even though I knew that I was realistically gonna have to rewrite it. Not the cleverest approach, but it's my approach. So I am starving, so I'm going to get some breakfast, and then I'm going to try and finish my video before Wednesday, but I'm not allowed to do this tomorrow. Good morning. I can't tell if the light looks super artsy and pretty, or if it's just annoying and really bad, but this is just where you're staying now. I did get up at 6. It's currently 20 to 7, and I've been on my phone this entire time. And I had breakfast. Last time I tried writing before having breakfast, and I did not concentrate very well. So at least I've had breakfast, right? Yeah. Gonna try to write. So I've managed just under an hour of writing. I was then interrupted by a bee deciding to fly into my room, and I can't get rid of him without angering him. He's just next to the window, but he's on the curtains, so I can't close the curtains without angering him. I'm hoping if I just leave him there, we're gonna be fine.
And he's gone. He's gone.
He's gone.
Slowly.
Where's the pen?
Deborah's gone.
The bee has left, but now I only have 3 minutes left before I have to log into work.
Not terrorizing the room.
It was terrorizing the room.
It was a pity.
It was inside the room.
It was asleep.
You were asleep.
Me and the bee are linked.
So I've written 700 words, and I'm annoyed that I had to stop because of the bee, because I was just getting to the really good bit. Now I have to go to work. Hi, yeah, it is Tuesday evening. It is 6:30 at the minute, and I finished work. I finished my 1 hour of writing in the morning. I've made and had dinner, and somehow I actually still have energy. Not only that, but I actually feel like writing, which hasn't happened in quite a while. I don't think it's the 6 a.m. thing as much as it is the fact that I asked Matt for help on the chapter, and now I feel like the story's actually going somewhere. But the 6 a.m. pressure is definitely helping, just in terms of I skipped the chapter in order to get to one that I knew I could actually make progress on. But yeah, I actually feel like writing. I did start reading what I have been doing this past 2 days in the morning, and I just wanted to share some sentences with you, just for your amusement. The sound of sleep lulled Lisa into a state of nearly calm, but despite this, she was too anxious to sleep. The light crept through the cracks, lightly illuminating the room in light from all directions. I'm starting to think that my 6 a.m. brain might not be very good at writing, so I am going to spend some time this evening trying to fix the enormous mess that I seem to have created the last 2 mornings. I say that, I am actually quite happy with how this experiment is going. The story's coming out a lot faster and I'm fighting against myself less because I'm too tired to realize just how terrible my writing is. And as a result, I am writing faster. It's not very good, but I think the actual, like, I had a couple of breakthroughs and stuff. The story is going well. It's just that my writing on a line level is terrible. So I'm going to fix the last 2 days worth of writing, and then I am going to go back to the scene that got rudely interrupted by Deborah this morning. We are not accepting any visitors today. So it is 7:30, which means that I technically have another half an hour before I have to go to work, but I've just finished my chapter. Finished my chapter, as in it's probably terrible, but I got to the end of it. I'm thinking after work I am going to go through it again when I'm a bit more awake, and if it's at a standard that I'm more or less happy with, I am going to show Matt and then he can go through it, and hopefully I can get some feedback, and maybe this time it will not require full rewrite, although it will probably need a lot more line edits because, let's be honest, my brain has not been functioning that well. But yeah, I technically have another half an hour left. I don't think I'm gonna do any more writing because I don't think I have the energy to start a new chapter. My neighbors decided last night that they wanted to run from one side of the room to the next, very loudly, stamping on the floor. Pretty sure they were wearing trainers, and they were doing that back and forth for about an hour at midnight. Then they stopped for long enough to let me fall asleep, and once I was just drifting into sleep, they decided to drop some weights on my ceiling. I don't like my neighbors very much, I'm not sure if you can tell. So I'm tired. I'm running on 5 hours of sleep, which is not good. Yeah. The going to bed early part of this experiment hasn't really been happening yet, as you can tell by the slightly stupid amount of eye rings. So I'm just gonna sit here for half an hour. I might do some video editing. I'm even too tired for that, really. I might just rest until I have to go to work. Good morning, happy Thursday. I didn't do anything last night. I was far too tired. I just about managed half an hour of video editing and then I crashed. My boyfriend was a similar level of tired, so he didn't go through my chapter last night either, which means that I don't have any feedback to go off. So I think I am going to skip that chapter for now and move on to the next one. Still skipping the first one of the 3 and just doing the final one because I'm so stuck on that first chapter. I'm still confused as to why I had the stupid idea to set myself the goal of finishing all 3 chapters in a week, because even on like a good week when I was unemployed, I managed 2 chapters at best. So that was an interesting decision, and it's definitely not gonna happen. If I finish one of them, I'm gonna be happy about it. Hi again, it is now 7:15 and I am really struggling to concentrate today. I was sort of hoping that the first day would be the hardest and then it would get easier as time goes on. That wasn't the case. I think yesterday was probably hardest just because I didn't sleep. Thank you, neighbors. And today has been really hard as well, even though I slept quite a bit better. And I'm so tired. I want to go to bed so bad. It's been easy to actually drag myself out of bed at 6 a.m. Just the actual working part has become harder. I don't know why I had so much energy on Monday and on Tuesday. Like, Monday was amazing. I managed to write and edit the video. I did so much stuff on Monday. And now I just want to sleep. And I'm tired. And I don't think this is gonna work in the long term. I'm gonna keep it up for the week because I've only got tomorrow left. But yeah, it's not going very well. I'm basically at this point just staring at it and not writing. I think I might do some video editing instead, or just like lie down and close my eyes for the last half an hour before I have to actually go and do my job for 8 hours. Good morning, it is Friday, just after 7:30 p.m. a.m. That's just wishful thinking. I want it to be the weekend. After work yesterday, we went on a lovely walk together, and then I sat down with my boyfriend and went through that chapter that I'd been working on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And I don't know if it's because I took a break on Thursday, but reading it back with him, I didn't even need him to tell me how bad it was. I could tell how bad it was by myself. And I was worried that this is because I'm getting up so early, but Matt seems to think it's just the nature of the scene itself that's making this difficult. This particular chapter is very, very emotional, and there's a lot of character development. I'm doing a lot in a single conversation. At least in my head I am. Obviously this chapter didn't happen. But also the fact that I showed him this early in a very not finished state actually helped, because now we've had a discussion about it. We've had a discussion about how I should structure it differently, what it is exactly that doesn't work, because sometimes I can't actually tell what's not working. I just know it isn't. So I am going to be wrapping this video up today. I'm getting my vaccine done right after work today, and I don't want to feel like I have to vlog over the weekend if I'm having side effects. So, did I finish any of the 3 chapters I said I was going to finish as a goal this week? No, not even close, not even one of them. The one that I came close to finishing, I am now going to rewrite from scratch, and I've barely touched the other 2 this week, so clearly, complete failure on that front. It's fine. But the main motivation for doing the 6 a.m. thing was that I wasn't feeling very good about my writing, and I think that's actually a little bit better. I felt really, really good about on Monday and Tuesday when I was a lot less tired. Like, the fact that I was prioritizing it made me want to work on it in the evening as well, after work, which is normally something that I just do not have the motivation to do. And I've just been enjoying it a lot more. I do need to bring myself to write this early in the morning. It's not easy to sit down and write, but once I've done about 20 minutes, I actually do get into it, and I've been enjoying it more than I had been for about a month. That's not necessarily just the 6 a.m. thing, it's also changing chapters, it's working on something new. But it's been exciting, it's been fun, and I'm very glad that I decided to do this challenge, even if I definitely did not accomplish my goal. Let's be honest, the chances of me accomplishing that goal in the first place were kinda slim. But yeah, I've done a total of 6 hours of writing this week, which is more than I normally do in a week. And if I don't have any side effects and I feel up to it, I will also be writing over the weekend. So I do like the idea of writing every day rather than just on weekends, but if I can only manage half an hour and it takes me 20 minutes to get into it, then like, is it really worth it? Maybe it is. Maybe if I just do it every day, even if I barely accomplish anything throughout the week, when I write on the weekend I'll enjoy it more, and it might be worth it just for that. So that's something to play around with, but I will not be vlogging that. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this far. I know this video is a little bit different from what I normally do with vlogs. I've been trying to experiment because the monthly vlogs were just really not working, at least not doing them every month. It just takes far too long to edit them together, and I wanted to experiment with something a little bit more casual. But I will be back to monthly vlogs at some point. I'm just taking a break from them, and I will see you soon. I'd be very curious to know what your schedule is like if you work full-time and are also trying to work on writing and YouTube perhaps as well. I think I just have too many hobbies realistically, but that might just be part of the problem. But yeah, let me know how you deal with writing with a job, because I clearly need help. I hope you're having a wonderful week. I make art and or writing related videos every second Wednesday. If you want to stick around for those, I will see you in the next one. Bye.